Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part, and welcome to 2023. I cannot believe we're already stepping into the new year, and I just felt like it's always best to start with a declutter video. I feel like with Christmas time and the holidays, everything's coming in, so now it's time to release the items we're not using or we don't want or that brings bad vibes and release them into the world to someone else that can enjoy them. So that's what we're going to be working on here today. I'm decluttering this entire house. I've been itching to do it over the holiday break, but I wanted to do it for you guys on camera, so I am ready to go, and I hope you guys are too. But let's go ahead and jump straight into today's video. The first place we're going to be starting today is my closet, because for me, it's the easiest place to start. I'm not like attached to any of it. You might be, but for most people, it's going to be harder to get rid of like personal items and things that you might use again, like in the kitchen. But clothes typically is the easiest place to start. So that's where we're starting today. You can either watch me declutter and do some decluttering later, or you can take your phone, set it up in your closet, and declutter with me.
Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold of me and won't let go.
Honestly, the hardest part with getting organized is just getting started. So if you can just find a way to get the motivation, tell yourself you're just gonna go pick out 3 things that you don't wear anymore, or grab like a Walmart size bag or even a trash bag and say, I'm gonna fill this up. Do whatever you have to do, but I promise you, once you get going, you're not gonna wanna stop or slow down. You just like keep building momentum, and you just wanna keep decluttering.
To be my everything, 'cause you are only a shot away from me. To be my everything, you are only a shot away from me. To be my everything, 'cause you are only a shot away from me. To be my everything, shot away.
I have a pile and I feel like it's looking really good. Like, that is a lot of clothes. You can already tell like my bar is all just spaced out. Like, I'll go back and organize those later, but you can see there's a lot of gaps, so my clothes aren't going to be like super crammed. I can find what I'm looking for. So like I said, I'll deal with that here in a second, but I want to move on over to this area and see what I can clear out of here. There are 2 tops in here I'm iffy about, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave them because they're like winter tops and we're just now getting to winter. If I don't wear them this winter, I'll get rid of them. But like any of my summer tops that I went through the entire summer and I didn't use them, then I know chances are next year I'm not going to. Right here with all these shoes, I feel really good about them. They're not super crammed. I feel like I reach for all of these and wear them. The sandals I don't have many of, so I'm going to go ahead and leave those. Once again, this summer, and I feel like this past summer I wore all of these. If I don't next summer, or I start buying a lot more shoes, I can do like the 1 in, 1 out rule. These aren't like my favorite ones right here, so if I get something new this summer, I'll just take those out and put the new pair in. So that's another way you can kind of declutter as you go. When you get a new sweater, pull an old sweater out, or if you get a new tank top, pull something out. So like, if something comes into your closet, make sure something's coming out of your closet.
typically I like to tidy as I go. So once I was done with my clothing, I went ahead and folded them. You can put them away. If you want to see your progress, you may just pick a room, put it all on your bed, put it all on your living room floor. Just find a spot so you can see that you're like making progress.
I think we did really good. I just counted my hangers and I have 23. So look at that. Now when I go shopping, I know I have room for it. You guys always ask me how many hangers I have. I wouldn't go based on hangers. I would go based on just pieces you love. But you know, if you have this many extra hangers at home, you have room in your closet. If you go to the store and you're like, I already have stuff on my ground because I don't even have enough hangers for what I have in my closet, then it's time to declutter. Because as you can see, I have all those hangers and all of those hangers from just decluttering. I've been decluttering a lot lately. So if I can declutter, anybody can declutter. Now next, or not next, this needs to get done, but I don't declutter family members' items because it's their items. So I'll have Chase do this later. He's not home right now. So we're gonna move on into the bathroom. These are like all the cabinets I want to work on. Mainly this drawer because it's all my makeup. These are pretty organized, and then this whole guy. So we're gonna get to work now.
I feel like beauty products are always sneaking their way into my bathroom, and that's two reasons. One, I love testing out products for you guys so you save time and money, so I'm always trying out something. And then Savannah's really big into skincare, plus she's super sensitive, so she'll try things out. If she loves it, then I want to try it. Sometimes when she doesn't love it or it just irritates her skin, sometimes I test it out because I'm not sensitive skin. Like, I don't have sensitive skin like her. So there's just constantly this like rotation of beauty products coming in and out of my bathroom.
Some people cool, some people try to get tired. If you don't have a reason, it's hard to make it all worthwhile.
Just a little reminder, make sure you're being very aware when you're going through your items, especially like beauty products. I'm so guilty of like decluttering this drawer, and I left all these lipsticks in because they were my favorite at one point. But as I was looking at them, they were either empty, dried out, expired, or they were a color I just used to love that isn't my favorite anymore. So just try to be really aware when you're decluttering.
This definitely needs to be cleaned out. It is so dirty down there, but that's like a different day. Try to just focus on decluttering. Don't try to do a ton of organizing. Don't try to do a ton of cleaning unless you're just going to tackle one area at a time, and then that works. If you're just going to focus on getting this drawer decluttered, cleaned, and organized, that is totally fine. But if you're trying to declutter a lot of areas, just focus on decluttering. I wish I would have showed a clip of this before. I think I forgot to get it because it was so bad. I mean, I know some of the stuff was like from the cabinets, but there was so much like trash and things in here that I didn't even realize I wasn't using. So now that I've gone through it, I'm going to be more cautious and see like which lipsticks I'm grabbing, aligners, but I do like to keep extra of those because I like to change out my lip color, and I also like to mix my lip color. So if I get one I don't like, I mix it with another one. So I like to just keep those, but this is looking so much better. I've been itching to like get this done, that done in my closet, so I'm feeling really good so far. Now we're gonna move on, and the next area that has been driving me crazy is my kitchen. So there's a lot of things I just have to keep because I host a lot. So I keep a little more in here, especially like this drawer. I don't use this stuff every day. I need to kind of organize it better. But when family's over, like, we're all cooking, so I need all of that. But all my serving trays and stuff, I really want to go through this stuff because I'm going a little more round, and I have a lot of square platters in here because I used to have square dishes, but I gave those to my sister, so I actually want to pull all of those out and I'll just give them to her. So I want to go through that. Same with up here, it's a lot of serving stuff. Just everything. I need to open up all these cabinets. This is one I would declutter if it was up to me, but my daughter loves her cups. This isn't even half of them because they're probably in the dishwasher, but she uses them like every single day. She uses them here. She takes them to dance. So that is just what it is, but I am gonna just go through. I really need to get rid of these at some point and just order a new set. I thought I'd do it with Thanksgiving and forgot, but they're all like cracked, like all of them. So I probably just need to get rid of those and it'll force me into buying new ones. Dishes are looking fine. I recently got these right before the Christmas time and I bought like 2 full sets because I have so many people come over to eat and it was so nice having all of this. Like I never ran out of a dish. So that was super nice. And then my cups are good. Once again, my dishwasher is probably full because that whole shelf's empty. But we are just gonna kind of work our way through and declutter as much as I can, but still have the things I need for when I'm hosting.
A tip that's always worked for me when I'm decluttering is to pull everything out of the space, especially if it's like items. And they even say like when you're doing your clothes, if you're really trying to do like a massive declutter, pull all of them out and then put them back in, and you're more likely to get rid of more versus when you're just skimming through things. That's kind of what happens in my beauty drawer. I was just like skimming over the lipsticks because in my head I wasn't like seeing them anymore. So when you actually take things out of their area, you will declutter more. So keep that in mind. If you're wanting to be like ruthless and you're wanting to get a lot of your house, take the time to do that. That's what I did right here in these cabinets, and I was able to see everything, touch everything, decide what I wanted and what I didn't, and I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Skies for the rest of our lives. You're the one that I want, right and shotgun. Street lights take me back to those nights with the FM station cranked all night long. So grab your iPod from 2007, set it to shuffle, baby, take me to heaven. Can you give me something, something I can dance to? Can you get the message? 'Cause I don't wanna miss you. Take my hand and we'll travel through time to a song you've heard in the back of your mind. Can you give me something, something I can dance to? Something I can dance to. To show me something.
I normally keep these. First off, I feel like they match my backsplash, is why I bought them. But anytime we do like cheese dip, it's nice to have. But in this set that I got, I have like a ton of these bowls that actually match my dishes because it came as a set. But you can tell I used to have this thing with like, I used to have like a salt and pepper shaker too, but I don't think I need these. I'm gonna ask Chase just to make sure. For some reason I'm having a hard time letting go, but we don't use them, especially now that we have like all these bowls. Oh, sorry, that probably was loud on camera, sorry. I think I have plenty of bowls, don't you guys think? These can probably go. That actually worked out really well because the bowls all used to be right here and I never had a spot for this. And it goes along with like all my baking stuff because this is like all where my measuring cups and spoons are. So it's perfect. I could even have another one right here if like I want to have one to do with Savannah, or if something else comes in, I already have space for it. I'm just realizing that I have a thing for cake stands or platters, because look, I have that cake stand, I have those two, and then 3 tiny ones, not to mention the one that's over there. I have this, which is kind of like a cupcake stand, and then I'm pretty sure I have one in my office that I have in my closet, like with stuff displayed on it. So I guess I hoard cake stands. I probably need to go through those, but I feel like I decorate with them. I don't so much use them a ton, like serving, like I do always like keep one out here and I switch it out. But since I have the space and I use them, I'm gonna leave them. But this is one of those things, if you didn't have the space for them, you'd kind of have to choose which one you want most. And I feel like all mine are different. Like I have a black one, I have the wood one, I have the white one, so they kind of have different purposes, maybe. Am I just justifying keeping them? I think I am. We are doing really good in here. A cabinet that I would like love to declutter is this one, but we use it all. Now I will clean it and organize it another day. I wish I could get rid of stuff down there, but like I said, it all gets used, so definitely never get rid of things that you use. If you use them, it's totally worth it. Next up is this area, and I dread it. If you guys have been following me, I don't even know how long I've been on here. I think it's close to like 5 years. I rarely clean up here. Like in any house I've been in, no matter what. I just feel like the attic, the shed, and this little area is Chase's domain. It is not organized like how I would. It's just randomness. It's stuff we use, but I'm going to do it for you guys today. 2023, I'm tackling this cabinet.
So leave me a comment down below. I want to know the area or areas in your house that you hate to declutter. Is it like your kitchen? Is it above your refrigerator? Is it your closet? Is your cleaning supplies? What is it that you just like try to avoid at all costs?
Behind your eyes, where you're talking, it's a cheap disguise. We were made to chase the light, but you got saved on a moonless night.
I took down a lot of things so I could process. Like I know I needed these. I really only use them in like October and November for pumpkin bread, but I need to see if I find a spot for them. If not, back up they go. These I may want to keep. I don't know. I got to think about that. I do have too many vases. I swear I clear these out every time and they just make their way back into my home. The only one I won't give up is this one. I got it as a wedding gift and so I love having that. But I don't think I need this many. I like love this one. I just don't know if I'll ever need one that big. And then these two I like, but like I never pull these out. So I'm trying to decide, like, do I just keep the one I use? I know I could do some fun like DIY projects with this, but I haven't ever. So I probably won't. So I'll figure out what to do with these.
Set it all on fire.
I declutter a lot, and I even decluttered a lot like off camera before Christmas, before the holidays. I knew people were coming in, but it's amazing how many things I was saving because I thought, oh, maybe I'll use it. What if I need that one day? And then finally I realized I had so much stuff in my kitchen that was what ifs, and I finally decided I'm not playing that game anymore. If I haven't used it in a while, like a lot of the stuff I haven't even pulled out in our current home, so if I haven't used it here, I'm obviously not going to use it, so it was time for it to go.
now we're going to be going into my laundry room area, and you're going to have to bear with me because it's messy. A lot of the stuff I've been bringing in here, I've got laundry going, some of this I'll clear out. But all these bins I want to go through. Some of them I'm in all the time. The dog bin's just going to be messy. We use everything in there. But I feel like there's a couple bins I never get in, so I just want to declutter those. I want as many of these as empty as I can before we go to the new house, because if I'm not using it, there's no reason to pack it. So we're going to go through these 4 and then those 4.
Once you get the hang of decluttering, I promise you, you're gonna actually enjoy it. Like, I get so excited to declutter. I have to remind myself that I have to do it on camera because you guys want to watch me. But I feel so much better. Like, my house will feel cleaner, it'll feel lighter, my body will feel lighter. Like, it's just so good for your soul. I know that doesn't even make sense, but if there's a clutter in your house, there's like clutter in your mind. And just by releasing that, you will feel so much better.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place.
I always made it a priority when Savannah was little to teach her how to get rid of things, how to let go. I never want to be someone that just like really prizes like earthly possessions. And so I've always taught her like material things are just material things. They're not what life's about. And so she has all her favorite things that she keeps. Even as a little, we have her baby blankets and her stuffed animals. But if there was a toy she was done playing with, I always taught her how we could let it go. We could donate it, we could let another kid have it. And so now that she is like a teenager, which is crazy, I have a teenager, but now that she's a teenager, she does it all on her own. I never have to ask her to take the clutter. I'll go in her bathroom, her clothing. She only keeps the items that she's loving and using, and what she doesn't, she shares with friends and her cousins. And I just love that she has that instilled in her from the beginning, because she's never going to be attached to things.
To escape, and here we are, driving narrow.
I'm gonna sit down and go through like all my vacuum supplies, because I know there's some of these that I use a lot, but I need to figure out if there's some I'm not using to get rid of, because they go with my vacuums. And I think even some of my like shampooers, I dropped some of the treats when I was putting them into the bag, so he's finding every crumb he can find. I think I'm going to finally get rid of my Young Living oils and diffusers. I just don't use it anymore. And a lot of these are like close to empty anyways. But like I said, I just haven't used them. I keep saving them just to save them, but I'm just trying to be like, just really good about like, if I'm not using it, why am I storing it? I just rather have empty bins, like just rather have empty space. And so that one's already empty. This one's first aid, so I like keeping that one. And then this one's full of medicine. It's a disaster, but you can't tell. I mean, you kind of can, it's sticking out. But then when we need to grab something, it's there. So I'm gonna go through this one right here. I'm kind of dreading it because, you know, it's just like, do I need these pieces? Do I not? Am I gonna use them? So let's just go and tackle it.
Just to touch on a little bit more that I was talking about earlier, I know a lot of people have a hard time letting go, and it's not that you're even attached to earthly things, it's that you're worried about what if you're going to need it again, or you spent a lot of money on it and you feel like you're being wasteful if you get rid of it. Just remember, you can sell it and use that money to buy something that you love, use it to pay off debt, and just keep in mind that when you release something that you just have sitting in your house collecting dust, there's somebody else that's going to use it and love it. and that needs it more than you. So if it's just sitting in there, to me, that's a bigger waste of time and money and resources than just passing it along and letting someone else use it that could need it more in their life at that time.
We are making progress. I'm feeling good about it. So 2 of these are empty right here. This is empty, this is empty, this is medicine, this is first aid. So that's all looking good. Down here, this is dog treats. This is dog treats only because my boys were spoiled around Christmas. So typically they'll all fit in one. So eventually both of these will be empty. So technically I only have 4 full baskets. So once I get through the dog treats, I'll probably make sure all these are empty and then all these are full just because they're easier to get to.
I had a few other areas in the house that I wanted to work on, but they weren't like major areas. So I just went through my TV stand. I had a lot of candles in there I had started burning and they didn't really have much left. And so I wasn't going to hang on to those. I went underneath our powder bathroom cabinet. Sometimes I store stuff in there. And then I also wanted to go in my office closet. That's definitely a catch-all for me because a lot of the products coming in go in that closet. Any leftover decor that I'm not using or I'm saving for later goes in there. It's definitely just the catch-all. And so I try to touch on that weekly if I can, if not monthly. But if you have that just like high traffic space that you know just holds a lot, try to just work it into your routine to kind of declutter as you go so it doesn't become like a big disaster that you have to spend days working on.
Okay, so you might be exhausted, but I hope you guys feel so much better if you decluttered with me. Otherwise, turn this video off, get to going. You don't have to do it all in one day. Pick a room, pick a space, pick a drawer, just slowly start working on it this month and you'll be so glad when you go into February and your house is decluttered, and then you can even work on organizing. I am gonna be posting an organizing video, so be on the lookout for that. And I'll even put up like an organized home tour. I know I did that last year and you guys really enjoyed it, so you could see in every space and how I organize it and how I do it. I feel like that's really helpful. I love when other people share stuff like that, especially because our houses are set up different. So if I have something that you have, you kind of know how to design it better. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so excited to see what 2023 brings. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a year, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
So you gotta smash like, subscribe, click the links down below so I make a time. Comment, say hi, hit the bell so I know I'll see you next time. Smash like, subscribe, click the links down below so I make